Hello again, everyone. Ambassador Terry with
Yeah,
another
baby.
Year
Hey.
6 What Are You Doing interview. And my guest this week is Dr. Sherry Peel Jackson. Welcome, Dr. Sherry.
Thank you so much, Ambassador Terry, for having me on.
I can't wait for everybody to hear what you're doing right now because it's just cool. Ladies and gentlemen, here comes a famous question. Dr. Sherry Peel Jackson, what are you doing?
I am teaching regular, everyday Americans how to keep, protect, and grow what they earn. There is a lot of stuff going on right now, geopolitically and in our country, and people are concerned. They're very, very concerned about their income and where things are going. So the caution is, okay, well, let me not move forward so that I can see what's going on. But that's not the thing to do. The thing to do is to make sure that you're moving towards your goals. One of the things in my book called How to Escape the Rat Race, Four Keys to Acquire the Life of Your Dreams, there's four steps. And the first step is getting rid of your expenses. So decreasing your expenses, your everyday expenses. For example, don't go to the grocery store hungry. Don't spend a whole bunch of money on entertainment. Those simple things that people can do to decrease their expenses. The next thing is eliminate debt. Now, our country as a government is over $38 trillion dollars in debt, and that's ridiculous. But it's trickled down, and credit card debt right now with most Americans is at an all-time high. Not only that, but a lot of people have overpaid for their houses and now they're underwater. And then, everybody wants a luxury car. So we've just gotten so strapped by debt that we can't move. And the student loan one is really one of the bigger ones. So I teach people how to eliminate debt. There are several different ways, whatever works for that person, but we have got to get out of debt because when you're in debt, you can't make good decisions for yourself and your family. The next area is increasing income. So most times you have a job, and it's great to have a job because you have benefits. But a lot of times people have a job and they come home from work and then they get in front of the electronic income reducer or the electronic intellect reducer. That's what I call the television. So as opposed to doing that, I have my clients come home, decompress, spend some time with their family, eat dinner, but then instead of getting in front of the television, they start working on their home-based business. So I heavily push home-based businesses because you're not going to gain wealth that day. We have a problem. We spend money faster than we make it. Most people get paid twice a month, maybe once a month, but you're spending money every day.
Nico.
Your electricity is on, your
Kiss, kiss.
water, all of these expenses that you have, they're daily. So what we need to do is we need to create more income. We have the time. Every time you're not at work, every time you're not dealing with your family. Yeah, I believe in entertainment, but not as much as we're doing as Americans. I see people on the football games and the soap operas or whatever is on television is not making you wealthy. So I teach people how to start and grow home-based businesses. When they start and grow the home-based business, I teach them from the point of what business is good for you, all the way up to how to structure it, whether it needs to be a corporation, a partnership, whatever kind of business. Where do you open your business? Just because you live in a particular state doesn't mean that's the best state to open your business. So those are the things. Then you're gaining wealth. You launch the company, you gain the wealth. After you've gained the wealth, the bad thing to do, which I see people doing, is to go out and spend it on conspicuous consumption, buying new cars and a whole bunch of flat screen TVs and all these things right there. What I teach them to do is to go ahead and number one, reinvest in the business. Number two, take most of that and then pay off debt. So it starts to snowball. You're already paying the debt with the extra money that you had before, but now your business is really working and you're paying off debt. But then the next stage is where you go ahead and start investing, not just in your business, but investing. So the wealthy people, they invest. Let me explain to you the definition that I have for wealth. I didn't make it up, but this is an ironclad definition for wealth that beats anything that I've ever seen. Wealth is measured by the number of days you can survive without working or anyone else in your household physically working and still maintain or increase your standard of living.
I say this was good, ladies and gentlemen. This was really good.
Mhm.
Sherry, thank you so much for coming. And ladies and gentlemen, let's see some comments down there. Sherry and I are taking a look on this post. And thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for always being here week after week. Here we are in year 6, and we're still going strong. So bye for now.